It's on. Okay. Good morning, day, afternoon, noon, or night, or whatever the time you're watching this video. Welcome to the 14th recording. There are there are no special intros this time. There are no special topics this time. I have decided to change things up a bit. Yeah, the things that content creators in their early stages to experiment on stuff that will make them gain lots of views and lots of followers. Well, I don't buy it. In my case, I just want to. So I have here one of my old journals back in 2015 and 2016. I still have it with me here in my room. And it's about time I'm kind of telling you. I'm not telling other stories like articles or in the news. I'm telling you my story now. It's weird. Yeah. And yeah, this was during the time that I was a biology student in Cavite State University. And yes, I still go there now, finishing the journalism degree. I was a former bio student, so I might have a thing or two to know about anything that's pre-med, maybe a tiny bit. But this video is not about that. I'm going to show you, or tell you rather, because this is the only copy I have. 7. Actually, I have 10 journals spanning from 2013 to 2017. And this is kind of like the origin story on why I'm doing things like this. Well, these publications that I have called Tristan's Journal. Yes, it's called Tristan's Journal. You might see it there. I wanted to document on my life at the time. I wanted to learn things to writing about them, not knowing it's going to be the catalyst of my career in the future, which is a writer, but not just any writer. It's more of an opinion / commentary writer with reactions. Anyway, I'm spiraling further into confusion, but to avoid that, I'm going to pin it in 2 words: content creation. And what content will I make? Well, I'm just going to tell you through this Tristan's Journal right here. Simply because this is from 2015. This is from 2015. This thing's old. But it's got good memories with it. Believe me, it's got good memories with it. Yeah, I have handpicked a story here from Tristan's Journal Volume 7. There's 10 volumes. Yeah, from 2013 to 2017, 5 years. It's basically throughout my high school life since 3rd year in Mother until in Cavite State in 2017, the year I shifted to AB Jordan. So yeah, I'm kind of giving you my history here. We all have a history, right? So I'm gonna read this one out. Oh, this is the episode where I'm ranting about it's like yung pagkain ko, pera pala, but hindi ko pinangkain to, instead na pinandota ko to. Yeah. Okay, let me start this. Let me start with the situation on the Indang Place incidents. Q. Indang Place incidents, Dota 2. And in the house Dota 2 lately. It's been a while. I've played Dota back in 2019. Or rather, I retired from it since 2019. But that's going to be for another video. I'm pretty much telling you my story here. Medyo. That has given me plenty of warnings on why am I so stubborn on this. I still played there instead at my home barangay, and rage fills my head every time I do not feel like playing, which is taken compulsory. True. It's like when you don't have any stress relief, you don't have any viable stress relief on people, especially when you're introverted. You just go to the nearest computer shop and play whatever the heck you want there. So yeah, it can be really, really addicting, but now it's gonna be more addicting because of the mobile phones. Anyway, let's continue to my story here. Written by me in 2015. Just please, we are all students here. We all have ways to spend free time, and this happens like every time. I should have been listening to the advices of my parents and my intuition involving this issue. There are comp shops I know and knew me like Dynamic Duo, Bang Vince, Power Switch, and more. Yeah, those computer shops that have been closed right now, I didn't cover in the 13th recording because I was procrastinating. Yeah, and I'm sorry for that. Alright, let's continue. We played Dota 1 during the time of my infuriation. My days of professionalism in Dota 1 are now behind me, even though it's how its meta works and how different it is to Dota 2. And next page. When every time Gibo or Bugs invited us to play, they were my former classmates, by the way. If they're watching this video, I'm telling the story on my point of view, and I hope you're listening to this because this is the side of my story. Invited us to play, there's almost no escape. They will force me to play whether I feel like it or not. I do have a lot of skills in gaming, but I have class. Yeah. Like, I do not play just one game every time I am in front of a console or computer like I used to do before. Now I'm only focused on Dota because of their influence. Remember the songs Dota or ako? That was really relatable. And yeah, before I played Genshin, I played Dota. Just so you know. Another factor, this is my small budget. 160 pesos for 2 days. I save a portion of my money to stack it till the next 2 days, for instance. I still have 30 pesos for the next 2 days I have, and 190 pesos for the next 2. It may vary. And yet 30 pesos is reduced because we played and the rapid rain is sometimes my fault. Rapid rain, what? Because when I stress, I get hungry too easily. Oh yeah, that too. Stress eating. We're all guilty of that. Stress eat. Yeah, it can sometimes be a maladaptive habit of coping with stress. Unrestricted computer shops, stress eating. Yeah, the crap I have to go to get here. Even though I know that cheap alternatives work best, that's how I handle money. And by the way, future twist here, to pass Tristan here in 2015, You treat money like shit. And yeah, my previous story is a warm-up compared to this one. Episode 183, Volume 7. Okay. My greatest struggle now is the shattered small funnel and the missing medical and dental forms, which remind me of my close call to being dropped from high school. What? Past Tristan here. Okay, to future. You were overreacting. Yeah, I was more overreacting then than now. I sometimes go OA myself. That's already my trademark, and I accepted it as my flaw. But I was way more sorry, piyok. I was way more overreactive back then. Much more overactive. Oh my god. Yeah, I remember that shattered glass funnel, and I accidentally broke one of the glass funnels in a chemistry lab. I was kinda careless. I was kinda careless then. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. It's like parang nasagi ko lang. I just bumped on it. Yeah. My favorite moments from first semester is being shy but excited to see my new classmates, learning new things, and facing real life before my eyes. Yeah, that's where, actually in college anyways, that's where the self-realization and the maturity usually starts. Just saying. I have recalled on how it all started. It all began on the very first day finding my new classmates, but writing down scheduled codes is if I were invisible. Later, I have met... Am I allowed to even say these names? They might watch this video. Tan, please. Am I even allowed to? Anyway, F it. F it, F it. I've met Rain, Sandra, Neil, Alisa, Daniela, Azel, Lay, Jen, and Babel. They were like the people I have approached first without ado. I cringed a bit on how I write back then in 2015. I'm cringing hard. I'm cringing hard. And then we were quite unpleased to Frain's personality, everyone. So the 8 of us remain. Renzo assumes that Neil is his best friend and Gilbert tags along with him early on. I had a pretty good start back then, thinking that I can change and be free in Kabsu, and months later I can't believe I made a fool out of myself again. When I am about to fall for a cell. Yeah, aside from being stupid, I was a reckless romantic back then. Before that, it was before I was going home because we live in the same municipality, General Trias, Cavite. So yeah, I'm really cringing hard on how I write back then. In other words, in the words of Paulul, sukot. Yun. Sukot nga. I live in Barangay San Francisco, New Monterrey, near kakasukot. Near Monterrey, Daniela in Pasong Kawayan, Azel in Biclatan, and Alisa in Pangan. Later, Gilbert joins us because he asked me if I am a Dota player, and he lives in the same municipality as us in Navarro. Yeah, as I say these names right now, I remember my old batchmates in BS Biology in Cavite State. So I just want to know how you guys doing. How are you moving up in life? How are your lives right now? And I have a record of us before. I have a record of us before. If you wanted to remember something on my point of view, what the heck? I'll just read it. read for you in the. Okay, let's just continue. How much? Where's it? So I was the guy companion back then, and yeah, back at the time, a lot of my companions going home were women. I'm the only guy until Gilbert came. Yeah, I am the, and some of you might just say that I'm lucky, but I all I can say is it just happens, and I just happen to have siblings who are all female, so I kind of have an advantage on understanding women. Back then, someone said that if a guy is alone with the ladies, he's either gay or a gentleman. That's true. Whenever I go across a bunch of women and then tapos may lalaki dyan sa is either gentleman siya o bakla. I just reread it but in Tagalog. And the guy there, if someone knows the guy there in the girl group there, they're gonna say, "Hoy pre, bakla ka ba pre?" Yeah, they're just gonna assume they are gay. Anyways, I don't mind I don't mind. Okay. Wait, let me reboot my brain a little quick. One mental reboot later. And yeah, I had to clear my voice a bit and recalibrate my brain because my brain works really weirdly. I must admit. Here go stuttering again. This is the price of me being a closeted MF. Okay, Renzo sometimes invites Joshua and Vivian to go to karaoke with him and us just to prove his singing prowess. Yeah, Joshua, Renzo, Gilbert, yeah, they were my close friends back then in this biology. How you doing over there? This is me telling my side of the story. Or how I write it back then. And as the class progresses, I know about our batch more and more, like the time when we were nominating officers and we point fingers at Neil. And oh my god, I don't wanna embarrass my former classmates like hell here. They're gonna sue me for being a snitch. They're gonna sue me for being a snitch. What the hell? Is it even worth it on your stories? Like I'm shaming them, but I don't want to shame them. Anyone in my distance journal, I don't want to shame them. I just want to explain the stories here, or rather dictate the stories here word for word. That's what I meant. I do not mean to shame anyone who I mentioned in this journal. And this is in 2015, and I might just prepare to get cancelled by any of you. So yeah, I'm gonna get cancelled by my former classmates in this bio. Yes. And Alisa blushed hard when she saw her crush, who is formerly the Mitochondrial Society president. The simple yet blissful moments were a good start until I became a punk again, missing marks and procrastinating. And the internet gives me new opportunities to get over it. Like, okay, before the second semester, some approached me to check on my status on the tail of the first semester. I was approachable to others, like when Gilbert broke up with his girlfriend, which I'm not gonna name because it's The name is not in this journal. It's not here. Meeting Bio 1-2 and others helping me get over a cell, but there is one moment leaving a mark until now. Renzo said that Gilbert takes Alisa and he told me to spread it out. It wasn't real that time and I see them better as good friends. He approached us because of his intent to know us better. And as at the second semester, things got better and I spent the first days hanging out with Joshua, now being with Noe, Jessa, and Jersey. I started to feel belonged since I ditched my old group because of Acel. 2015 Tristan, you are a petty MF. I'm not gonna say it. You know what MF means. You all know English. But there are moments that tested me hard. Like every time they play Dota and I do not want to just because I have other priorities, like studying. I was really into studying. I was academically focused back then, pero I just say para kong kulelat. Di ko na realize na I was made for sa mga courses that involve writing, like journalism at the time. It went very good from November to February, feeling that I have the best time in my life. Throwback gaming in Dota 1. And by the way, Dota 1 is Warcraft. It's a mod in Warcraft. That was the best, one of the best games we had in the day. Dota 1, Dota 2, all before ML and Genshin came along. Rolling over the distractions for the grade, all slides of my personality now harmonized and unified. Lies. Even the external environment I can thoroughly adapt whatsoever. Tristan, 2015 Tristan. What are you? A reptile? A lizard? A crocodile? What are you? Are you a reptilian guy or something? Anyway, all major anomalies have ended. Maintaining connections with my friends, near or far, with family and relatives, doing well in studies, and finally solve my hopeless romantic problem. That's also a lie. 2015 Tristan, I know this better than you because I am you and I'm from the future who got over a pandemic. Okay? A pandemic of all things. Except for one, peer pressure. Yeah, I told you it's a lie. I asked our recent group to play rank matchmaking with me to receive my MMR. MMR, yeah. The one thing that college students got busy back then, MMR sa Dota. But Joshua is not on a first level, I have to understand. I see this as the best mistake I've ever done. Alone, I can balance gaming and studies, but peer pressure is like a drug to me. From November to February, I can handle it well, but this is just too much for me to handle. The result is delaying the funnel which I broke and the medical and dental forms which I've gone missing. Yeah, at the time of writing this, I was really nervous na pag hindi ko yung nabili, tsaka hindi ko ma-submit yung medical tsaka dental forms, babagsak ako 5 at the time. And that was 2015 back then. The overall relation of my first year in college to my last year in high school is they are both transition stages. Both inspired me to change dramatically from a punk to a decent guy. Okay, 2015 Tristan, let me be clear here. You change every day. It's up to you on how you will change yourself. You change every day. Wait. But it does not stop there. The future could be a lot much worse or better. Yeah, I can definitely say the future is gonna be much worse. As I approach the end of this TG Volume 7, Verge of Glory, I have a message to make. To all the people who changed my life, taught me how to live the best, and the mistakes and lessons I have learned, thank you so much. First year in college was a blast, and hopefully in second year I can be more serious, more disciplined, and ang ating mukha ko, sorry. More disciplined and more upright. Once again, thank you. Oh my god. What in the F did I just read? What in the F did I just read? But it's also a good thing because Tristan's journal back then was the catalyst of me pursuing EB journalism. It was the catalyst of pursuing EB journalism, and yeah. And just so you know, I don't only produce diary writings. I used to write poems back in the day. As I'm going, yeah. If you look further from my Facebook profile, I used to write poems back in the day. And also I am working on a novel too. And to also to tell you this, I am a Wattpad writer, a former Wattpad writer, which I might just tell you at the next episode or recording. Anyway, this is me reading out aloud Distance Journal Volume 7, and these are basically my college stories. So this is basically part 1 of my college stories, even though in some parts I am not really comprehensible because I was a really shaky writer back then. I was much more closeted back then. Sheltered kid problems. It's like I was a guy. I was a guy who just got off from the house and it's like a country guy finding his bearings in the big city. It's like that. Yeah, I might tell more of my college tales in the future. So this is the end of the 14th recording, College Tales Part 1. So see you in the next. Bye.